Hey guys, Railfan Micah Turner here, welcoming you back to Trackside. Coming to you today with a hot rail here at Elkhorn City, Kentucky. By a stroke of luck, N692 rolled out of Waycross with a fresh pair of heritage units. The 15th CSX Heritage Unit, the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, was led by the freshly repainted Chesapeake and Ohio Heritage Unit, bound for Russell, Kentucky.
Hey, Shelby Yard, this is M692-06. Passing by south end of Elkhorn here. Wonder what you want us to do, over.
Well, I got the outbound call for 1840. Looks like you have an engine to set off for me. 746. Bring in the yard. Plan on coming down towards number 8 track. We'll set that 746 out to a thoroughfare east of the ready track. Switch over.
East of the ready track, by the building on the third flare. Excuse me, coming down 8. 746, it's the third engine, that's what's showing on you, right, over?
Yeah, we got one digging out of the middle of the contest.
I mean, that's fine, the 4732 is dead tow anyway, I just wanted to make sure that's what it was showing. Over. One other question, the engineers going on rest day starting tonight. They made up their mind whether to send us hotel or send us home, over?
Nobody said anything to me, so I just had a taxi for a back all back to the hotel. Chief or anybody tells me otherwise, I'll change it over.
Understood. Thank you, Shelby Yard. So we'll come up through 8, sit that over thoroughfare, north of the sledge there. Get them back together and wait for the outbound, over.
Thank you.
Northbound, 1869, restricted. Still Chevy.
The presence of a heritage duo on the Big Sandy brought a lot of my friends and fellow rail fans trackside. After catching the train at Draffin, we moved up to the east end of the Shelby Yard to greet the heritage pair on their arrival. As mentioned before, both units are fresh out of the paint shops at Waycross. While 1875 was on its debut trip across the system, the 1869 had unfortunately been vandalized while loaned as foreign power and had just been repainted. If you look closely, the 1869 no longer wears its original fade behind the cab. As the drone follows the consist through the Shelby yard, it's only right that I mention the historical significance of this arrival. The Big Sandy subdivision was originally built by the Chesapeake in Ohio, and this trip marks 1869's first visit to the subdivision as the lead engine. This paint scheme worn by the unit is no stranger to these rails. Reflecting the road number, the C&O was formed in 1869, and after acquiring the Baltimore and Ohio in 1963, they rebranded the railroad as the Chessie System in 1973, in which eventually formed CSX. While stopped to throw a switch, Dad and I raced to the sawmill, the nickname for the midway point of the yard. There, we met up with fellow rail fans Chase, the C&O rail fan, the Eastern Kentucky rail fan, and the great Everett Young. Thanks to Mr. Young, I learned that the sawmill marks the original endpoint of the yard, with the segment where we just were being in addition much later due to the increase in coal traffic. This would explain the old water tower in the background that dates back to the steam era. Here, we see the train roll past a set of engines staged and ready to help shove C-759, which we will take a look at later. Back to the heritage units, I mentioned before that this was 1875's debut trip across the system, being the 15th unit in the series. Once again, as the road number reflects, the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie was formed in 1875 and was primarily used to transport a variety of stones and ores. The railroad lasted up into the early 90s, where it was sold off to CSX. There's no better way to check another unit off the list than seeing it shown in this fashion. It wasn't long before the crew was doing their yard work, in which today was the simple task of dropping their third engine, a 700 series, in the engine tracks. We were able to get up close and personal to see how this was done.
About 6 or so. I'm guessing he's one that sat by the clearance point just back there, right? Am I misunderstanding that, or does that seem right to you?
I'd shove it behind that switch, behind the third barrel, switch there, so you get those other engines out.
Okay. Because he's saying north, and I'm like, well, we'd have to go south of that, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. About 3 inches now, 1069. Wait a moment.
They would shove back, drop their engine, and head back to tie onto their train. We will watch the rest of this movement before heading to Ford's branch to catch that C759 I mentioned earlier and await the oncoming M692.
Hey, 1869, I'm clear all tracks on the ground. We are aligned for movement. Bring them out. Give me about 10 or so. Move, coming good. Good for 10.
It's on up there. We're good.
5-6, so clear, sweet. back with you at 1069. We'll walk back to Cub.
All right.
Once C759 had cleared, it was only a short wait before M692 made its appearance. This next clip is significant, as Ford's branch is home to one of few remaining sets of CNO signals on the subdivision. For the first time since the good old days, the 1869 leads the way beneath the signals that its paint scheme knows all too well.
Yeah, well, it's an M692. I've got 3 on board, got everything squared away, we'll be off slow.
What's your job brief when you're ready?
Alright, let's brief. CSX engine in power, 1869, 1874, 4732, which is dead in tow. That is the slave that is Cannon. Time on duty is 1846, 5768, 26 floats, 24 empties, 4,199 on the tonnage. Length is 3,221, do have sufficient power, only at 1 engine with defects in tow. Fuel rigs are 2200, 2330. We are not a key train, no restrictions, no work, PTC for both miles of proximity work. They are not DCs and they are counted as
Alright, sir, what's your good job brief at 2017 2017 SB? Yes, sir. You guys come right on whenever you get ready.
Let's do that.
As soon as the power had cleared, we leapfrogged the train for one last catch at the Pikeville Cut-Through, the second largest earth removal project in the Western Hemisphere, only second to the Panama Canal. As the end of the train rolled by, the fading light was a good sign for us to head home. We had drove over 4 hours back from a trip we had taken for the catch, and we were sure worn out. But the adventures and the memories made it worth it. Once again, thank you for watching. If you liked what you've seen, consider subscribing and leaving a comment with your feedback below. Some of you may not know that I'm also an author. You can find both Down the Mine and Over the Gravels We Travel on Amazon. Also check me out on Flickr, where I upload photos from my many adventures. Until next time, from the Coalfields, this is Rail Fan Micah Turner. God bless y'all. So I am coming right about here.
With the legend.
Well,
Are you flattered?
totally.
Noot. Can't noot the shop.
What?
You too far down there, little pal.
What if I just take off?
Foamer! What if I just go down there to the Elkhorn City sign and just stand in front of the sign?